The top stories tonight in Y News. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas vows to continue adjusting monetary policy stance as headline inflation slowed in March. Alleged co-mastermind in the killing of Negros Oriental Governor Roel de Gamo faces multiple murder cases. The Philippine National Police and other government agencies inspect buses, terminals, seaports, and airports ahead of long holiday exodus. And Russia threatens countermeasures after Finland joins the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Good evening, Philippines and the world. Today is Wednesday, the 5th of April, 2023. Join us in the next hour as we deliver today's top stories around the Philippines and in other parts of the world. We are also seen in 1,935 satellite monitoring centers nationwide and via live streaming worldwide through the UNTV News and Rescue social media channels. I am William Theo. First in the news. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas emphasized it is still prepared to continue adjusting the key policy rates as necessary as headline inflation slowed in March, but core inflation climbed to the highest in over 2 decades. Nel Maribuhok will tell us why.
The Philippine Statistics Authority or PSA reported that overall inflation in the Philippines slowed down for the second month in a row, posting at 7.6% in March from 8.6% in February. National statistician Dennis Mapa said this was mainly due to slower price increases in the food and non-alcoholic beverages.
Ang pangunahing dahilan ng pagbagal ng antas ng inflation nitong Marso 2023 kaysa noong Pebrero 2023 ay ang mas mabagal na paggalaw ng presyo ng food and non-alcoholic beverages. Ito ay may 9.3% inflation at 50.5% share.
Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas said the balance of risk to inflation outlook for the next 2 years is still on the upside despite another slowdown in the rate of price increases. Citing its latest inflation assessment, the BSP said that the effect of supply shortages on domestic food prices remains a concern, while the potential impact of higher transport fares, increasing electricity rates, as well as above-average wage adjustments in 2023 point to the broader-based nature of price pressures. The BSP thus vowed to continue to adjust its monetary policy stance as necessary to prevent the further broadening of price pressures as well as the emergence of additional second-order effects. The government's inflation target until 2024 is between 2% and 4%, and the BSP forecast inflation to average 6% this year and 2.9% next year. Nel Maribuhok, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
Department of Justice or DOJ panel of prosecutors approved the filing of criminal charges against Marvin Miranda. Miranda is one of the alleged masterminds in the killing of Negros Oriental Governor Roel de Gamo, according to Justice Secretary Crispin Boying Rimulya. He was arrested in a hot pursuit operation last March 27 in Barbasa, Antique. The suspect will be charged 9 counts of murder, 13 counts of frustrated murder, and 4 counts of attempted murder. The DOJ in a statement said the panel of prosecutors found Miranda conspired in the commission of the crimes. He will be indicted along with the 6 other accused who were charged already recently. The Philippine National Police and other government agencies inspected bus terminals, seaports, and airports this morning. This is in connection to the security measures being implemented in preparation for the exodus of passengers this long holiday. Leah Ilagan will tell us why.
Philippine National Police Officer in Charge, Police Lieutenant General Rodel Sermonia, has inspected bus terminals, seaports, and airports in Metro Manila as part of their preparation for the influx of passengers this long holiday. General Sirmonia is along with the representative of other government agencies such as Department of Health, Bureau of Fire Protection and Land Transportation Office.
Yung public safety and security is now being done by the whole of the nation approach. Yung forces, wag po natin kalimutan yung forces, collaboration, cooperation, coordination, and communication.
As part of their security measures, the PNP-OIC want to have a standby fast crop in seaports for any eventualities.
Kailangan po maging proactive po tayo. Yung crime prevention, preemption, dapat po lagi nating isipin yun. Huwag po nating hintayin na may mga insidente na mangyayari. Kaya sabi ko, kailangan na may standby fast crop tayo in the event na may mga untoward incident po na mangyari. Meron naman po tayo, kompleto naman po tayo ng mga kagamitan, equipment. So kailangan gamitin po natin. That's one way also of yung pag-ikot po namin to ensure that not only our human or manpower ang nakikita namin na nakalatag, kundi yung proper utilization of our resources that we have.
And the standby ambulance in the bus terminals.
Well, actually, dati naman, kaya lang siguro ngayon mas strengthen natin, no? Kasi mas maraming ina-expect natin ng mga biyahero. At yun, kaya tinignan din natin yung ambulance kasi nga kung merong nangyari, lalo ngayon, mainit ang panahon, na hilo, ang collapse dyan. So, although meron tayong first aid team doon, kung kinakailangang dalhin sa hospital, merong available na ambulance na magdadala doon sa hospital. Ang na-coordinate na rin po yan sa ating mga hospitals.
Sirmonia added that to prevent potential peace and order concerns, he ordered all police regional offices and national operational support units to execute extreme caution and preempt any attempt of the enemy of the state. Leia Ilagan, UNTV, News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God.
Farmer groups enjoy the high price of their produce this season, but this will mean an increase in its selling price in the market. Ray Pelayo will tell us why.
The current farm gate price of palay in the country reached as high as 23 pesos per kilogram. According to the Federation of Free Farmers, it helps them recover their losses in the past years. The farmers group noted that the price increase is due to the high prices of inputs.
Sa pagtaas po ng presyo ng kanilang produkto, medyo nakakabawi po sila dahil po sa itong mga nakarang taon masyado pa rin nagmahal ang presyo ng fertilizer, inputs, saka labor costs.
But the prices in the market increased by 2 pesos per kilogram according to a rice vendor at NEPA Qmart. The Department of Agriculture also projects that the rice price could increase as high as 5 pesos per kilogram. Comparing the data from the Bureau of Plant and Industry, the rice import arrival in the first quarter of 2023 is 25% lower than of the same period in 2022. Both DA and Farmers Group agree that even the price of imported rice also increased.
Kahit sabihin na natin na ang Vietnam and Thailand apektado global ang nangyari sa pagtaas ng presyo sa ngayon.
DA also said that the country's buffer stock is only for 51 days, but the ideal is good for 90 days. The National Food Authority also cannot compete with the private traders because the agency's buying price is only 19 pesos per kilogram. The farmers group said that it should be increased to make it more attractive.
Hindi po magandang sinyalis yan dahil pag nagkaroon po tayo ng kalamidad, ano pong ipapamahagi ng NFA bilang ayuda po sa mga matatamaan po ng mga kalamidad.
DA said that it would see if NFA could import rice for buffer stock, but the rice tarification law does not allow it. Ray Pelayo, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God.
And for news abroad, one of Russia's closest neighbors, Finland, officially joins the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. The move increased NATO's border by more than 1,300 kilometers, drawing a threat from Russia that they would be forced to take countermeasures. Joselito Liquido will tell us the details live. Yes, Joselito.
Good evening, Mariel. In a historic policy shift, Finland, a European nation that borders Russia, formally joined the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO. The country's accession increased the border that NATO shares with Russia by 1,340 kilometers, effectively increasing the alliance's strength, particularly in the eastern flanks as the war in Ukraine continues with no end in sight. However, the move to join the military alliance drew a threat from Kremlin that they would be forced to take countermeasures. The process was completed as Finnish Foreign Minister Pekka Haavisto handed the official documents to U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken at the NATO headquarters in Brussels. On Monday, April 3, Russia made an announcement that it will be strengthening its military capacities in its western and northwestern region in response to Finland's accession. Meanwhile, Finnish President Sauli Niinisto stated that the country's most notable contribution to the alliance defense would be to defend its own territory. Finland has always tried to maintain a good relationship with neighboring Russia, but the invasion of Ukraine prompted the Finns to seek security under NATO's Collective Defense Pact. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak took to Twitter to welcome Finland, stating that the country's joining is a step that makes everyone safer. Meanwhile, United States President Joe Biden also welcomed Finland's accession to NATO, while also pushing for Finland's neighboring country Sweden to also join NATO as soon as possible. Mariel?
Thank you, Joselito Liquido, for that live report. Social media platform TikTok, owned by Chinese company ByteDance Limited, has been fined almost $16 million by United Kingdom authorities, according to the United Kingdom Information Commissioner's Office, or ICO, on Tuesday, April 4. TikTok has misused data of underage users who were using the app without parental consent. Information Commissioner John Edwards said TikTok was not doing enough to identify children under 13 who are accessing the platform and to prevent or remove further access. The ICO has estimated that the data of around 1.4 million children were illegally processed by TikTok in 2020, despite age restrictions potentially bringing harmful and inappropriate content to those young users. The fine comes weeks after the social media platform was banned from UK government phones due to security concerns. Meanwhile, TikTok has disagreed with the fine and will review the decision, stating that they invest heavily on keeping the platform safe for the community. The fine was originally more than double of the amount now, but was reduced by the regulator after considering representations from the company. We'll share more global stories with you later, but for now, back to you, William.
Thank you, Mariel. The Philippine Ports Authority, or PPA, disclosed that there will be no trip of passenger vessels at the Manila North Port Passenger Terminal on Friday. Dante Amento will tell us why.
Philippine Ports Authority, or PPA, Manila North Harbor Manager Aurora Mendoza said they will stop operating on Friday, April 7. She added that there will be no trip of passenger vessels from the port on that day.
Meron pa rin namang biyahe bukas, parang last biyahe bukas, and then Friday, pahinga muna, and then pero may arrival. So yung mga disembarking passengers ang iintayin natin bukas.
The last trip will be tomorrow in the afternoon, and only one trip bound for Batangas, Cebu, and Osami City in Mindanao. Mendoza added only fewer passengers are expected this holiday season compared to December of last year.
Wala namang nagiging problema parang antumal compare sa mga ibang araw dati. Yung mga dating mga offline, mga Holy Week, napakadami. So ngayon, kung makikita nyo, wala.
Meanwhile, the Philippine Coast Guard, or PCG, reminds passengers to always be vigilant.
Sundin lahat ng mga instruction na pinaiiral ng barko. Alamin yung mga exit points, yung location ng mga life raft. Tapos kung sakaling merong insidente o kung merong anumang emergency, huwag mag-panic.
On Monday, April 11, passengers are expected to flock to the North Port Passenger Terminal coming to different provinces. Dante Amento, UNTV, News and Rescue. We serve the people. We give glory to God.
Meanwhile, large numbers of passengers went to the Paranaque Integrated Terminal Exchange for the long holiday. The terminal announced that they expect the bulk of passengers to reach 120 to 130,000. Meanwhile, heightened security will also be implemented to ensure the safety of the public. Bernadette Tinoy will tell us why.
Passengers from the Paranaque Integrated Terminal Exchange or PITX may reach 120 to 130,000 individuals ahead of the long holiday. According to Ralph Gilbert Binos, Director of the Terminal Operations and Facilities Management, they expect the bulk of passengers in PITX and assure the public that there are enough buses to operate.
May mga maiwanan po na passengers today, then we'll help them get their trips po tomorrow. When people come off from work, highly likely we'll get 120 to 130,000 passengers today. The operations team, including the security team, have been prepared. We do our usual SOP naman po on additional units, heightened security levels with the help of PNP.
As of 7 p.m., there are 99,292 foot traffic or the number of individuals recorded inside the terminal. PITX management also clarified that standing and seats in the middle of the bus are prohibited.
Meron naman pong mga buses across different modes, whether it's long haul and commuter. We have published po yung schedule namin for Friday and Saturday. We will operate as usual.
Meanwhile, walk-in passenger Melissa Limos went to the PITX yesterday evening along with her family to risk for their 4-day vacation in Albay, Bicol.
Magpa-reserve sana, magpa-book. Sabi daw po, libok na. Ngayon, sabi nung pumunta daw kami ngayong araw na para maaga. Kaya pumunta kami kagabi.
On the other hand, Gain de la Cruz expressed the benefits of having a reservation ticket amid the bulk of passengers in PITX.
Hindi ka nararatel, parang wala lang. Pupunta ka na lang dito para sa biyahe na lang ng date. Kasi kung the same day ka lang din nagpapabook, wala nang chance na magkaroon ka ng space dun sa or magkakaroon ng slot dun sa bus. Unlike na kung ngayon ka nagbo-book, naku, good luck.
Bernadette Tinoy, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
The Manila International Airport Authority says that on-time performance on the first 4 days of long holiday at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport or NAIA remains high. Janice Inhente will tell us why.
Even though the number of passengers at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport or NAIA are now increasing as the official long holiday period begins, the Manila International Airport Authority or MIA assessed that the airport had observed a high efficiency rate in the first 4 days of the long holiday, which means flights departing and arriving at NAIA remain on time. According to MIA Senior Assistant General Manager Brian Ko, the high on-time performance implies that the airport will never be congested of passengers due to continuous dispatch and arrival of flights.
We can report po, in fact, in terms of the on-time performance, dito po na susukat ang efficiency ng ating airports. Mataas po ang ating on-time performance since last few days ago po. It means po, ang mga flights natin na nagde-depart at nag-arrive sa NAIA ay on time at ang implication po nito ay hindi po dadami ang tao or iipon ng tao dahil tuloy-tuloy naman po ang pagdi-dispatch at pag-arrive ng ating mga flights.
According to Ko, NAIA observed 70% to 91% on-time performance from April 1 to 4. Since Saturday, MIA recorded around 110,000 to 120,000 passengers daily in all terminals in the last few days, while NAIA is expecting a 15 to 20% increase in passenger crowds starting today until tomorrow, Thursday.
For today and tomorrow, we expect na may increase to at least 10 to 15% po dahil today naman po at bukas, Wednesday and Thursday, ang pinaka-ine-expect natin na maraming talagang magde-depart na mga pasahero. At ang pagbabalik naman po nila ay for Sunday and Monday naman po ang ine-expect natin na surge.
NAIA and airline companies imposed several adjustments in NAIA, such as deploying additional personnel from entrance up to pre-departure areas for screening process and early openings of check-in counters. Janice Inhente, UNTV, News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
The video of Japan's remotely operated vehicle, or ROV, shows how a capping bag is being slowly placed on a cargo tank pressure valve. After the specialized bag was placed, it is immediately sealed and the ROV slowly turns up for the next attempt. This ROV attempt was successful using a specialized bag made in Silang, Cavite. But covering leaks on the sunken MT Princess Empress is not easy because the ROV's passage needs to be cleared first. Within 2 days of operation, 5 leaks on the sunken tanker have been successfully sealed. So far, no oil leaks have been monitored from the placed capping bags.
Yeah, yung malaki natakpan yon. So, I think may isa lang na, hindi ko i-confirm ko pa yung isa. Pero yung dalawa sure ako natakpan.
Paano na yung ginagawang operation ngayon?
Tigil muna starting tomorrow.
Okay.
Pero yung process of procuring meaning paghahanap ng equipment, tuloy-tuloy siya.
The provincial government's distribution of relief food packs to those affected by the oil spill in Oriental Mindoro was conducted until today, April 5. The Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD, has announced that it will be resumed after the long holiday. Distribution of relief packs will be started in the town of Bongabon on Monday, April 10, in Nawan on Tuesday, and on Wednesday, the municipalities of Rojas, Mansalay, Bulalakaw, Calapan, and Pola. Meanwhile, the claims caravan of the Ship Owners Protection and Indemnity, or PNI Club, has been temporarily closed today at the capital and will resume its operations on April 11.
Electric car maker Tesla has been ordered to pay almost $3.2 million in a racial harassment lawsuit brought by a former employee at its flagship assembly plant in California, United States. Marvy Delfin will tell us why.
May 16, Owen Diaz, an African-American, worked as a lift operator at Tesla's plant in Fremont, California. Last week, Diaz testified, recounting various incidents during his 9-month employment at Tesla. Diaz reported being subjected to a racially hostile work environment where he experienced consistent harassment, which included racial slurs, insulting caricatures, and swastikas graffitied onto restroom walls. He also highlighted how the job made him anxious, straining his relationship with his son, who also worked at the factory. On Monday, April 3, a San Francisco federal jury found that Tesla failed to take reasonable action to tackle the abuse, despite verbal complaints to supervisors. Diaz was awarded $3 million in punitive damages and $175,000 in non-economic damages for emotional distress. In 2021, Diaz was initially awarded $137 million, which would have been one of the largest in an employment discrimination case in U.S. history. But in 2022, District Judge William Orrick ruled that it was excessive and slashed the payment by 98% due to Diaz having a short employment period and no allegations of any physical injury or illness. In a tweet, Tesla chief executive Elon Musk said the outcome would have been different if Tesla presented new evidence, but that he still respects the decision of the jury. Diaz's case is just one of more than 200 complaints made against Tesla since 2018 for racial discrimination. Though Tesla has admitted that there are workplace problems to be addressed, Tesla has denied the charges that the situation was as bad as the allegations. Marvy Delfin, UNTV News and Rescue, We serve the people. We give glory to God.
As anti-Trump forces and pro-Trump crowds clash outside Manhattan's criminal court in New York today, April 5, former United States President Donald Trump has pleaded not guilty after he was charged with 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in the first degree. Trump was alleged of orchestrating a so-called catch-and-kill scheme between August 2015 and December 2017, which involved identifying and purchasing information that would have negatively influenced his 2016 presidential election bid. Court documents revealed 2 hush money payment deals worth almost $300,000 negotiated by Trump's former fixer and lawyer Michael Cohen to stop adult film actress Stormy Daniels and former Playboy playmate Karen McDougal from making the extramarital affairs public. If found guilty by a jury, Trump could face up to 4 years in jail for each count. However, the charges do not carry a mandatory prison sentence, and if Trump does go to jail, there is no current U.S. Constitution or U.S. Constitution that bars him from running for presidency next year.
And I never thought anything like this could happen in America. Never thought it could happen. The only crime that I have committed is to fearlessly defend our nation from those who seek to destroy it.
Trump will now face a Justice Department investigation into government document removals at the White House and a probe into the 2021 Capitol Hill riot. And those are the reasons behind the news in other parts of the globe. I am Maria Latoza reporting live from Perth, Australia. Good evening.
Tourists are now gradually flocking to the summer capital of the country to spend their long holiday vacation. Marvin Calas will tell us why.
Traffic congestions are now felt at the central business district of the country's summer capital, and traffic jams are also expected starting early morning tomorrow, April 6. The Baguio City local government anticipates tourists to flock the city for refreshment and staycation to take advantage of the long holiday. Passenger rush were also observed on popular tourist destinations in the city, such as the biking and boating area at the Burnham Park, Botanical Garden, Igorot Stone Kingdom, Mines View Park, the Mansion, and horseback riding at the Wright Park. Tourists Arwin and Ira came all the way from Batangas have pictured their tour experience in the city as the most memorable one so far.
Worth it naman po kahit first day pa lang po namin. The best po, the best. Babalik-balikan po.
Sobrang exciting na mga rides po nila dito, masaya.
Excitement also thrills vacationers to embrace the city's cold temperature and to explore the improvements in all tourist attractions since the pandemic.
Sulit naman po, sobrang saya. Pumunta na kayo dito hanggat hindi pa gaano kainit yan. Sobrang linis dito, grabe. Nakaka-relax.
Boating and bike riding concessionaires were also delighted as the city's tourism industry had finally recovered, bringing more profit for the sector. Meanwhile, heavy load of passengers at the city bus terminals was also gradually felt at this juncture. The city expects the bulk of tourist influx from Thursday to Saturday, April 6 to 8. Marvin Calas, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
Another short film of love and a night of good music prepared by Wish 107.5 and KDR Music House is set to complete the night this Sunday, April 9, 2023. Gladys Tuwabi will tell us why.
Tayong tatlo nila, Jen. Masaya naman tayo, di ba?
Yes, I wanted to keep it that way. Pero hindi naman mawawala yung friendship natin.
Parang yung friendship natin, may sense of peace, no? Kapag kasama kita, everything will be alright.
How far would you go for love? What are you willing to sacrifice for a friend? For your loved one? After falling in love last February, another musical experience, and a story of love and friendship.
is about to set the mood of every wisher in another series of Wish Date. The short film entitled Twilight will be played by the promising stars of their generation. Mary Joy Apostol as Diana, Ira Mariano as Jennifer, and TJ Marquez as Edward. A story of friendship entangled in love by Wish 1075 and KDR Music House. Get ready with the live performances of Devalenia singer-songwriter Piniel, Hacky, Philippines' iconic R&B band Freestyle, OPM pop diva Rachel Alejandro, and OPM hitmaker Raymond Lochenko. The Wish Date concert is slated on April 9, 2023, 7 p.m. at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City. Gladys Tuwabi, UNTV News and Rescue. We serve the people, we give glory to God.
Our kasangbahay, as the world faces these trying times amid the pandemic caused by coronavirus, we are inviting everyone to join the global prayer for humanity.
Good day. I'm Brother Eli Soriano of the members of the Church of God International. I want to invite you to join us in a minute of prayer every day to pray for humanity and the whole world as we go through these perilous times. While safety measures like washing of hands and strengthening of our immune systems may help us through this horrible predicament, there is still no precaution or cure more powerful than God's mighty intervention. And we need His intervention now more than ever. It doesn't matter what religion you are in or what denomination you belong. This is an invitation for all the people around the world who cares for the future of their family, friends, loved ones, and humanity as a whole. Everybody is welcome to pray with us. For more details, you can check out the description box below. Thank you very much, and I hope to hear from you soon. May God bless you.
And before we close, we will leave you with a word, giving glory to God from the book of Luke, chapter 22, verse 20. It says, "Likewise also the cup after supper, saying, This cup is the New Testament in my blood, which is shed for you." And those are the reasons behind the news, April 5, 2023, reasons we deliver to you as they unfold. And because we need to know, we will always ask why. I am William Theo. We serve the people. We give glory to God.